You're welcome again. My name is Midas Felijimon. I'm privileged to be a team leader of Plan B Express. And tonight, we're going to be looking at dimension of opportunity in the global financial market and how to invest, opportunity to invest into, and of course, how to raise funds for an investment. We know many of us have issues when you talk about investing. Number one, issues about investing is the knowledge and understanding of where to invest into and the how to invest. There are very, very silent issues about all of those things. Then the second thing is that the money, the resources actually to invest. But the truth is that investing does not require a specific amount of money because we have diverse investment opportunity that definitely will not require the same amount of money. Okay, so that's one of the things. Now, in us, in Plan B, the first thing we prioritize in ourselves is investing. But we know that the term investing had actually been jeopardized. Investing have mean putting into Ponzi scheme and they give you certain ROI. Investing have different meaning have been given to investing. So it's beyond that. We want to show you how to go into in this sector. And of course, many actually felt that until they have the whole money in this world before they can start investing. Quite unfortunate, it's not so, okay? It's not so. There's so many ways of killing a rat, but quite unfortunate, what we believe or what to think, and because what we've been told about investing, you think about the whole lump sum of money before you can start investing. And that's more reason why we want to expose us to opportunities that you can invest into. But we know certain issues can actually be responsible, investing as appropriate as possible because you are afraid or you think that it requires so much money. And for that, you just like, oh, I will not be able to invest because I do not have enough money. And that's why I'm going to take us around tonight. And we continue to do this so that we expose ourselves to opportunities that abound. And of course, we're ready to hold you by your hands to look at how to invest. And of course, the knowledge required, information required on diversification into different investment opportunity. And at the same time, being able to look for ways of raising fund, okay? And so it's not enough to know where to invest into. It is equally important to know how to generate fund to invest. And it's equally important to know how to, monitor and, of course, follow up your investing and all of that, okay? Now, so I'm going to go from the starting of it all, and I will share my page with you guys. And, of course, where to start from. Remember, what we want you to do is that you're going to create time for yourself to start your probation, all right? So we show you how to start your probation. And of course, you become intentional about your probation and how to get it right in your probation, how to work out things in your probation, and then building up your investing and how to generate money, okay? Now, quickly, let's go. I'm going to start from here. Let me share my page with you guys. And probably you're going to learn something tonight, an opportunity that abound, okay? Now, so let's go quickly, everybody. Investing. Now, but quickly, I would love to introduce to you how we actually look at opportunity in the space. Now, Plan B Express is a platform that think about education, enlightening people, showing people how to learn about the global financial market. And so we have a solution, and that's why I say your pathway, your path to financial freedom, which is the cash flow solution. Now, what the first thing I'm going to pick out of it is investing opportunity. Investing opportunity. Now, we have diverse investing opportunity. I know many of us are not actually exploring. Let's leave crypto aside because that's our primary and paramount area of investing. But the first place I'm going to expose to you, and I'll go into trading and how you go about making money from trading and into spreading your diversification into an investment, is talking about the capital market and land banking arena. Now, listen, the dimension of investing in the financial market is quite different and more sophisticated than before right now. Many of us are staying afar and never knew how investing is done in this space right now. It's more soft, it's more reliable, it's more transparent. But because some of us are ignorant and probably do not know what's going on in the global financial market, even your local environment. I speak to somebody sometime and I said, hey, there are things you are spending so much money on now, and it's so painful. You are spending so much money, but you do not have a way of getting it back. Let me switch practical example. No matter what, I'm not saying what government are doing probably in different countries of the world are actually the best, whatever. But I can tell you in quote, there should be a consolation that you should be able to look back and say, well, whichever way, and they have hit me down here, but I'm going to benefit in this way. A practical example I'm going to show to us, talking about the capital market. Now, one of the risky aspects of investing in the global financial market or in the financial market, even before you come to talk of cryptocurrency. Now, listen, one of the risky aspects of investing when it comes to capital market, for instance, now capital market is more risky to money market in terms of like government bond and all of that. But the question you ask yourself is that how much money do you really have to invest in bond? It's more stable and reliable, though, right? You have the, of course, the euro bond and all of that. I'm not going to talk too much about that tonight because these are different ways people fall back to have a place of generating income, right? So, but this aspect I'm showing to us, like the stock market, which the capital market, it's one of the aspects that is more volatile. And then even when a financial advisor is going to advise you, will tell you that put more money in maybe commodity or landed property and then investing in the government bond and all of that. But these are long term because investment have three segments. Number one, we have a long-term investment. Second, we have medium-term investment. Third, we have short-term investment. Long-term is 10 years and above. So when you are talking about investing for 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, 50 years, or transgenerational investment, now it now boils down to how much money do you have to survive, all right? And those are the issues that make a lot of people not to have invested in things that will have helped them. Imagine 20 years ago when you have been advised to invest in some stuff, you would not because you tell yourself, I've not even feed myself and I'm looking for money to invest, right? But the first thing is that if you're doing anything and you are not investing, is actually wrong. It's not wrong for you not to be an entrepreneur. It's not wrong for you not to be whatever. Now, it's not wrong for you to be a salary earner. But the worst thing that can ever happen to you is that it's wrong and it's terrible not to have an investment. That's it. It's worst and it's terrible. Investment is for everyone and not for specific persons. So these are the things I wanted to know. Now, we have capital market. Now, I'm just going to highlight one or two of them, and then I'll move to trading because why do I need to trade? Now, many persons today thought that trading is actually cumbersome like before, all right? But I can tell you that even before you thought it's cumbersome, is the mindset we have about trading. Now, but investing, I'm talking about the capital market and land banking today. Now, I have different apps, of course, on our forum that I've sent, which the link is going to be made available in all our groups that you can have. We have platform to trade stock, both local and international stock. All of these, I'm going to open them and show you some things, and then you will understand, right? Now, the question is this. There was a time I was advising some persons. So these are platform, Trade, Optimus, Trove, PG Invest, propertytrade.com, and all of that. This first area I'm going to expose to us. Leave the cryptocurrency aside for now because you already know that that's our core value, and that's our core area. But there's something I want you to learn. Now, when you look at the stock market, it's like whatever crypto is doing is a copycat from the capital market, all right? So the dimension you have, so if you got patient to have bought a stock for 1 or 2 years, why don't you have a patient to buy Bitcoin for 2, 3 years or 4 years? And it's an emerging environment. Now, let's quickly look at it. I'm going to go to some of those things I've just mentioned quickly. Now, if you have any question, just be patient and ask your question thereafter. I'm going to go to this dimension again to look at when I talk about the stock market or the capital market and all of that, how do I go about it? I've mentioned some of those applications that can actually help you to make money. But this is the point. If you are not totally guided, you make a lot of mistakes. Now, for instance, this is an example of a platform that you can trade stocks and all of that. Not only the local stock, you can do a whole lot of things on platforms like this, right? Now, when you want to like buy international stock, look, I have trade in China, trade energy, green energy, women in charge, all of those things, metaverse, Nigerian stock, technology, financial services, dividend stocks, remote work, and all of that. These are platforms available that you can do, like these are stocks, right? These are local stock and all of that. And then I'm going to pick one of these. I'm going to pick one of these stock, which is MTN, right? Now, I remember when I was telling some persons about MTN. Now, listen. Now, why do I told people to buy MTN that time? Now, this is the point. Now, learn something here. When they said that MTN was going to be increasing, or telecommunication, let me not specifically say MTN, when they said telecommunication was going to increase their tariff, so a case study of MTN. Do you know what I told a lot of people? This is what I told them. I said, now that tariff is going to be increased, and the price of MTN came down to 169 naira per shares. And I quickly told everybody, no problem. You are talking, you are using cell phone, you are telecommunication, right? No problem. If they increase their tariff, you expect that they make more money, right? Now, if they make more money, if you do not have their shares, now you spend more money, but you didn't get it back. I said, so the simple thing you can do is this. This is a simple analogy. It's a give and take kind of method, but not many persons listen to it because they are too common. It's a give and take. Now the stock was $169 naira per shares, and they said they were going to increase tariff. Okay, no problem. So take some money and buy their stock. And after buying their stock, what do you do next? Now, when you are spending money on their telecom, you may have paying, what you used to use recharge card you used to use before has increased, the data you used before has increased and all of that. What consolation do you have? So the best consolation is that I'm buying the stock because I know what's going to go up. And so you can imagine that I'm not saying with a guarantee, it's not a financial advice, right? It's just a friendly advice. I'm not going to be surprised before we enter the end of this. Okay, we are going to third quarter. You may find the shares at 400 naira per share. Now, it means even when those people still was able to buy at 200 naira per shares, now they have doubled their money. So no matter what you are spending and dividend was paid. Now, there's something I need to tell you about stock is that if you buy a stock, there is a particular window period that even when you sell that stock, you already qualify in the midst of people that will be paid dividend. MTN paid dividend in the month of May. That was a big dividend compared to what was paid previous years and all of that. We have a dividend of like 1 naira per shares, dividend, 2 naira, and all of that and all. But this time around, what I received as my dividend on MTN stock was average of 7 point something naira per shares. That's about 82 naira, no, 7 point, almost 88 naira per shares. Now, I'm just doing this. This is a capital market, right? Now, you may say, hey, Felix, why do I need to buy Nigerian stock when the Nigerian currency is weak? But many people, you are in Nigeria, you are still working, they are paying you salary in Naira. So the problem is that the Naira is weak, but the solution to it is make plenty of Naira. If you can make a lot of Naira, why not? So imagine the people who bought into stock of Transcorp that asked them to buy, having bought stock of 2 Naira, and it went to 60 Naira. That's plenty of Naira. Now, the plenty of Naira can solve the problem that your currency is weak. That's just an analogy. So I'm just giving it to you. Then we have different platforms like Trade that you can see trade different stock, right? Right? That you can go in there, buy different stock. I was sharing with us about this guy, GTCO, the other time. Now, one of the lovely things is this. All of this stock, you can buy stock of 20 naira, 50 naira, 100 naira, 1,000 naira per stock, and you buy so many units. Now, I'm sharing all of these. Another thing I talked about was like a property platforms, all right? Or yeah, you have Optimus. So Optimus is another platform that will do a whole lot of things. Let me quickly just log in and show you. Now, I'm sharing with you important information that's going to help you now when you settle down. Because sometimes people will tell me, I think I was in a place and I was enlightening them about stocks and about the company shares and all of that. They told me, I bought stock many years back, but I do not know. I think Nigerian stock has fallen and all of that. And I'm going to go to last one before I go into other investing opportunity. Was that somebody I have met, and then the person was looking for money. I never knew. So when I talk about stock, now people who felt they know so much in their means told the persons that, what are they talking about? Stock. The stock I bought how many years back, it was nonsense and all of that. I say what to know is little to what you do not know. Why don't you stay calm and let me expose you to certain things that you do not know? He said, forget if it's stock, nothing in it. And when we finish evacuating the volume of stock this man had, it was surprising that the money he was looking for, he just little out of the money in his stock that was going to solve the problem. That's by the way. Now, when I talk about this capital market again, now this is another app that has different opportunity where you can do investment, okay? Where you can invest, I talked about bonds and mutual funds and all of that, just like the money market, that you can invest in bonds and invest both on dollar bond and then naira bond and all of that, or mutual fund as it were. Now, I'm not going to go into that detail, but just to tell you that there's so many opportunity you can invest in this space to make a whole lot of money. You can do savings to learn and build a culture in yourself, right? We have different platforms that can give you opportunity for that. Now, I was telling you about land banking. Now, this is an example of land banking. If I quickly look at land banking here, now people who buy property, now instead of struggling yourself, entering places and all of that, you can buy property and you can sell it within a place that has created a marketplace and showcase those land property. But another good thing that many people don't know, that investment have changed phase. Now, for instance, if I want to invest in what we call land banking, I can come over and say, okay, I want to invest in maybe different estates that been managed by different companies and all of that. And I look at, this is the plan I want to do, right? To be making buyback 1 year, 2.5 every month, 2.5 every month and all of that. So I just create that and I say, how long do I want to live it? 12 months, all right? And then how much do I want to invest? Maybe 10 million naira. I'm just using an example, all right? 1 million naira that I want to invest. And then your ROI. So yeah, every 6 months or something, depending on all of that. All right. And then I want to pay with whatever, or if I can deposit money to my account, and then it means if I keep 1 million naira in this place, I can accrue, and this, if I want to be making the money every month or every 6 months or thereabout, depending on what I want to do, and I can be getting paid on a monthly basis. This is 300 naira additionally. Now, most time when we said the investment return is too poor, it's because your money too is too poor. Now, a person who put 10 million naira into it now is very sure of about 1.5 million naira at the end of the year. I'm just showing you different investment opportunity that you can diversify. Now, when you look at all of this, you appreciate the opportunity we have in crypto. All right. And you can tell yourself a whole lot of things. Now, ladies and gentlemen, so we have different apps, which I have made available on our forum, but quite unfortunate, we don't read information. And that's one of the problems that we're having right now. Opportunity are bound, but many people don't pay attention to them. And that's one of the biggest issues we have already. Now, so this is a dimension. Now, let me show you something that will shock you. Now, quickly, if I show you something that's going to shock you, look at it. Now, we have so many opportunity. Now, I quickly want to go to something. Let me show you something that will shock you quite seriously. It's going to shock you, everybody. Now, we have companies, and there was a person, I'm sure you are in our midst, and in 2023, there was a company that were reviewing so many stock. I was reviewing so many stock, and this fellow, and after now you chat with me, how many is your stock remaining? This person, you are here, and I told you, I said, now that we want to sell part of this stock, and I did a review of this particular stock, and I told the person, don't sell the remaining of your stock. Let's just sell part of it. It was risky. Now, listen, just pay attention. Now, I can remember vividly that time. That was 2023. So 2023 to 2024, 2024 to 2025, that's 2 years. Now, this stock, and I told the fellow, I said, you know what? I reviewed the stock and I saw the potential of that stock. And I told the fellow and I said, hey, don't touch the remaining of this stock. Just leave it. Let's take out money. And if you can chat with me, you know yourself, you that will review your stock together. Now you can chat me on so that I will work with data. You can chat me with me on my WhatsApp and tell me how many volume of your stock do we sell that time and how many is still remaining. So quickly chat with me, that person, right, that we sold some of your stock. You know yourself, you're on a call. We sold Presco. So tell me, how many Presco stock did you have that time? How many Presco stock, right? Stocks did you have? So chat with me right now on my WhatsApp. I'm chatting with you. How many did you have? Okay. I don't need to mention your name, so we don't need that. How many Presco stock did you have? Okay. How many did we sold? Did we sold? All right. And how many is remaining? How many is remaining? Okay. I'm chatting with you right now. Maybe you are chatting with my other number. I'm chatting with you with another number. How many is remaining now? Okay, so chat with me before I finish. So check, I sent you a WhatsApp message and then you can check. Now, I want to show us something because when we talk about investing, I listen to a lot of people, they will just tell you all of those rabble-razzer things that are not correlated and all of that. But quite unfortunate, we're not doing the right thing. Now, this stock I was talking about was still a local stock. And now this stock, and I was still showing some kind of update about this stock the beginning of this year, last few months and all of that. This stock now is presently seated at 1,000 naira per share. Now listen, this is not the headache. This is not the headache. This is not the headache. That was last 2 years. Okay, time percent to me. Now, when this person actually was thinking that the stock was lost, all right, we have to do the search. And I saw, now it said that, oh, the stock was lost. And this is why I took it upon myself for orientation and enlightenment. And he didn't know what he was doing that time. So people just told him, okay, buy stock and all of that. And he actually bought it at a kind of nominal price that time. And that was the kind of pre-sales, and he bought it. And of course, no orientation, no enlightenment. He just used little money to acquire the little volume he acquired. And it was there, no enlightenment, nothing to show where to write your CSCS form and all of that. It was just there after a long year. And then it was general enlightenment and education and all of that. And it's mentioned I have social stock. And I said, okay, what? And he was in need of money that time. So, okay, let's look at what do we do? Because we have a culture in Plan B. Our crypto, we don't sell all. So our stock, we don't sell all. That's okay. Now, what we're going to do is that we're going to sell part of this stock. And because I have done my review, and after I did my review, I saw that this stock have a long way to go. So for that, don't touch it. All right? Don't sell all. So just leave. And thank God, he obeyed very simple instruction. Very, very simple instruction. I'm going to show you. It has been on perpetual move. Now, and I told him that was 2023. Now, let's look at it. That was 2023, 2023. So you can even see 2020 COVID-19. So this was 2023. That's why data don't laugh, lie. Now, 2023 beginning, yeah, right? It was 2023 beginning. This stock was seated at 117 naira that time. 117 naira. Okay, good. I love this. Oh, okay. 20K sold 16,000. I love this. Now, the total stock the person had that time was 20,000 volume of the stock. Now, we're in need of money and we have to sell some. And let me tell you, about 16,000 of this stock was sold. And I think at the price of 117 naira. Because I was telling that person that the price of the stock had actually traveled to 200 naira. You can see it did all-time high up to 200 naira, 201 naira, and it came down to that 117 naira. I can still remember. My mind still gave me this. Now, at 117 naira, we sold 16,000. Now, if I look at it quickly, just say 16,000. Now, I'm teaching you guys something very important. 16,000 pieces multiplied by 117 naira. Okay? They may not even give him that 117 naira because the bidding price and the asking price, they may give him at 107. But because if they give him at 117 naira, that means he got 1.8 million naira. or which I know they may give him at 107. And then when broker, because it's not the one selling by himself, it was a broker, external broker, and all of that. If he had known like this, he will have his own broker open. So now, let's say they gave it to him at 107. So 16,000 pieces multiplied by 107 naira, that will give him 1.7 million naira. That was what they might definitely give to him before they will cut some charges and all of that. Now, quickly, let's go. So now, and I tell him, the remaining one, don't sell it. Please don't touch it. Now, listen, 2 years after, he's having only 4,000 remaining. Now, 4,000 shares multiplied by the present price is 1,000 naira, 35 kobo, 35 cent. Now, 1,035 naira. So multiply by 1,035. Now, the remaining volume of the shares is 4.1 million naira. Listen, now he sold 16,000 at the rate of 1.6, 1.7. Now, let's say the what he sold was 16,000 pieces. 16,000 pieces multiplied by 1,035 naira. What he sold, I hope nobody's looking at my eye. What he sold at 1.7 million naira presently is worth 16.5 million naira. Now, that means the total stock, 20,000 stock he bought, multiplied by 1,035 naira right now, that would have been 20,007,000. Now, listen, if you ask, how much did he spend? The 20,000 pieces he bought was at the price of 50 kobo per shares. So 50 kobo per shares, that's about, so multiply by 0.5. That is 10,000 naira. It doesn't matter how many years. Now, that is investing. 10,000 naira. Now, if he was following up, he would have been getting paid on dividends and all of that, but he may not understand this. This is what we're talking about. So, ladies and gentlemen, when I'm talking to us about investment, diversifying into opportunity, it's very amazing. Now, the next I'm going to show to you, you are lucky you're on this call and you're on our forum, is that investing into copy trading. Now, which is we have copy trading in different environment now, copy trading on crypto, copy trading on forex, copy trading on synthetics, copy trading everywhere. But the one I'm pioneering, and of course the palm trading has been suspended because only the one that was running is still on. So copy trading is you are going to register on a broker called Capital Extend. I've mentioned it clearly to us. And when you register on a broker called Capital Extend, now, what do you do? After you register, you're going to verify your account on Capital Extend, and then you're going to fund your account on Capital Extend. When you fund your account on Capital Extend, now what you do on Capital Extend, having funded your account and create your MT5. Now, of course, there's a video I'm going to do on our group, and I will send it across that you only connect your account with my own trading account. You heard me right? You only connect your account with my own trading account, okay? And then once you do that, then whatever I'm trading will be duplicated to your own account. Now, but the only thing I would tell most of us is that you have to be patient in my trading. I don't trade every day, okay? I don't trade every day. So I trade when my setup is perfect and all of that. And I've been doing a lot of activities trying to work out that thing. In fact, I suspended most of my trading for a very long time because I was working on strategic way of helping a lot of people. And that's why I'm doing copy trading. Many people have always approached me, let me give you money to trade for me. I say, no, never. I don't want your money because I'm not this irregular type of person. And then, so I don't want your money. The way, in the West, they say the way needle get into the cloth, that's not the way it actually come out. So on the copy trading, what we're going to do is very simple. And why I love it was that, oh, glory be to God, prayer answer. And I will tell you why am I doing the copy trading? To help a lot of people who, number one, their hand are not yet strong in trading. Number two, they are busy with a lot of things and so many factors. The only limitation you probably will have now is that on my copy trading, because what I trade mostly in my forex trading is gold. On that note, what my copy trading minimum I said you will fund your account with ordinarily was $1,000. But after much review, and even one of the manager who is the account manager of my copy, what's it called? On the capital extent, he insisted because he's a community grassroots kind of person. And he said, no, 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 boss, we have to make provision. And I brought it to $500. Now, listen, you are not paying me registration fee. You are not paying capital extent registration fee. What are you doing? You are opening your account, you fund your account, you connect with the master trader. Whatever I'm trading, duplicate to you. The only difference is that when you make money, from the profit you made is where it from the profit you make, excuse me, from the profit you make is where transaction charge is going to be taken from. So you don't need to pay me anything to connect with me. That's the lovely thing you're going to enjoy. You don't need to pay me a dime to connect with me because the provisions, the hosting of the server and everything is done by capital extent. That's lovely. Yeah, we have different platform now. Before you can copy, they'll say pay membership of $500, pay membership. Many of you in Plan B will know we have subscribed to different platform like that. Pay $200 or $150, and every month you pay so a month for hosting and all of that. This one, there is nothing like that. Fund your account of capital extent, connect with us. That's another investing opportunity. But what I want us is that if you are logical and you are strategic, when you connect like that, and I think you can even connect many MT5 so that this, I'm giving us some scope. Now, why do I need to connect many MT5? So that in case I want to have some, if I were you, I can create many MT5 accounts and I label one, my children's school fees, another one, my house rent, another one. So the one that's your house rent, you won't touch it, just allow it to be running. The one that's your children's school fees, okay, it's at that time. The one for home, you can just do that with, okay, 500 or 1,000, $5,000, 5,000 in 5 places, connect them so that you have purpose, all right? You have purpose. I'm just giving you scope and strategy that you can actually deploy to help yourself. You get it what I'm saying now? Fantastically. And so now, this is very, very easy. And I put myself into it because I want to help a lot of people and all of that. Now, secondly, we have other means. I'm just sharing this with you that's going to help you. Remember, I've told you about stock, but most times people are like, oh, I don't have much money, and that's why I'm not buying stock. You have no reason. If you're in Plan B, you have no reason not to have a stock. 1,000 naira can buy stock. Let me tell you an example. I told people to buy stock, Transcorp when it was that 2 naira, right? Now, 2 naira of stock, and let's say somebody who used 1,000 naira to buy 2 naira at the price of 2 naira for stock. So that means the fellow is going to use 1,000 naira to buy stock. So that is 500 pieces of this stock. This stock went to 63 naira per share. Let's say you sell at 60 naira. So multiply by 60, that's 30,000 naira. Come on. That's 1,000. So imagine, okay, what are we talking about? This person investment, I was just telling you guys, how much did he invest that time he invested? He invested 10,000 naira. So imagine you invest 10,000 naira into Transcorp when I was telling people to buy it. That means you bought 5,000 pieces of Transcorp with 10,000 naira. So multiply by 60 naira per share. That means you are having 300,000 naira having invested. So these are the things I'm just sharing with us. Now, so ladies and gentlemen, what you do, if you're on our forum, you have the link on Capital Extent or your leader that invited you, register, and of course, other links on the stock. I'm going to make it, I have been making them available. Not that I've been making them available on our group, but many of us don't read. What we pay attention to are shining objects. Shining objects are what take our attention. Most of us are so much interested in hit and run and all of that. So ladies and gentlemen, what I'm just telling us is that when on this copy trading, All right. On this copy trading, what I recommend minimum is $500. What I recommend minimum is $500. You heard when I said, and I think it's going to be a window period. And I'll tell you why. Because my strategy, I trade more of gold. Sometimes, if you don't have reasonable money, a drawdown may affect you, right? So that's why I want that. Not by privilege, if you connect with $200 and observe how it is, one of the lovely things again, anyway, that Capital Exchange have done is that even when if I'm trading with much money, there's a way they scale the lot size that will be allocated to your money. But please, if you are connecting, the worst case scenario, what I recommend is $500 to have in your account. But worst case scenario, maybe you have up to $200, you can still connect, but you have to watch it. All right. I'm not an aggressive trader anyway, but what I want is minimum of $500. Now, when you ask me, hey, I don't have enough money. Now, let's go. Now, the third segment or the second segment of this opportunity is trading. Now, I'm telling you now, what we have set aside in our ecosystem is to help many people to trade profitably. To help many people to trade profitably. And how? You will see there's a post I made available on our group, and I said, hey, you want to make money on a daily basis and all of that. Now, register on Capital Extend or join this group. There's a group we have set aside, and it's solely for people who have actually said interested. And there on that place, we have given them information. And trust me, what I did was that I packaged complete, simple, basic trading strategy that everyone can follow and be making average of 20, 30, 40, 100, $200 on a daily basis if you know what you are doing. So is it achievable for me to just making like $20 in a day? So if I make $20 in a day, trading it by myself, now in a week, let's say I trade only 2 times or 3 times in a week, that means I can make up to $40 or $60 in a week. Now, $60 multiplied by 4, that means I can make average of $200 additional income in a month, depending on what's my capital. And that's why I've set aside that. And now let me quickly show you something so amazing. On the trading, I sent the basic training that everybody can follow. And the strategy is very simple. The strategy is very simple. And how is it very simple? I showed people to trade what we call Felix Pass strategy. Felix Pass strategy. This strategy is so simple. The only challenge you will have with the strategy is lack of discipline. And I made mention of the instrument that everybody should be trading if you start. And I said, number 1, Euro USD, number 1. Number 2, GBP USD. Number 3, USD JPY. These 3. And as if you want to step further, you can add what? XAU, that is gold, but it's not for you, right? And I said, if not better still, Euro USD, GBP USD, USD JPY, AUD USD, and perhaps this guy can be heavily volatile, GBP JPY. These 5 are okay for you to be on your watch list. Trust me, so that you can manage your account. And I put the strategy pass. It's free for people who, number 1, they join the group. Number 2, in fact, I made it to be until you fund your account, but I made it open. Once you join the group, there was an access given to people to have access to that course. And it's free for them. And free for them, it's not a high training. Now, if you look at it, to have access to it, look at the training, introduction to simple winning strategy, all right? How to create and fund Capital Extend and Traded Mastery program, how to connect your Capital Extend with MT5 and Trade Mastery, Trade Locker, trading view setups and navigation, understanding MACD, RSI, and 50 moving average, understanding pass, simple trading strategy, and then your daily trading routine, a bonus video on daily trading routine. I've just done that, and the manuscript was made available for them free. And now why? Because I want people to trade and make money independently. Now, listen, outside that you have access to these, I still give signal. So I add everyone that you have created an account of Capital Extend and fund your account with minimum of $100. Now, see the logic. If many of us, if you are smart, very smart, what can I do? Oh, Felix said there's a provision for passive income to invest, right? And copy his trade free, no charge, no connection fee, and all of that, no API connection fee. Just fund your account of Capital Extend, that's the rule, and then you connect with Felix. Okay. Now, when the trading is happening with Felix, then it comes to your account. Oh, I just have only $100. I do not have up to $500. Good and fine. Don't kill yourself. Start with these and be picking trade and be picking signal. If you build it up to $500 or $1,000, you can say, okay, let me now look for out of this money and put. Fine. Or before that time, you have raised some new money. You now say, okay, what's my profit? Maybe you are trading with $100, and in 1 month or two, you have make additional 50 or 200 or 150 or $300. Okay, let me take part of it and add it up. I'm just giving you guys logic of what you can do. Now that you can make at least average of $20 every day and all of that. Look at it. This is a signal. I was telling somebody that I've entered trade. I was so busy today. And I'm sure only one signal I sent on our group, that was in the night. And look at it. When I came by, I saw this trade. I will have taken it. This is simple strategy. Very simple. Now, if I check an account now, I should have okay, $8 is running, right? Now, and I purposely set this for people with small account. Look at it. This is $8, right? This is $8. And I was telling somebody that was a group I was teaching today. I said, imagine $8 now is made. Because if you look at this account, it's a very small account. Imagine today, this account has made $33. That's what it means, right? And then you can now see $33. If you add this one that have not closed, that will be up to $40. If I close that for the day, that's okay. I'm fine. All right. I'm just showing you guys. Now, this is a very simple strategy. Now, so imagine this. Now, if I show you this now, to say anyone who probably saw this, and of course, I taught, and that's what is in the training, how to identify what to trade, where to trade, when to trade, and when to exit. And I've just showed you that this dimension, Euro USD, GBP USD, USD JPY, AUD USD, and GBP JPY. USD JPY, GBP JPY. Now, that is on Forex, right? And then you are trading. Now, on basically, look at this, 33 pips. So let's say I will use 0.05. Now, if it's 0.05, 33 pips, that is 50 cents. So you're now saying 33 multiplied by 0.5. That is 50 cents. That's going to give about $16. Then you find another trade for that day, and then you will lose some trade, certainly. It's there. Then as another day, you lose two trades and make one and win one, or you win two and lose one, and all of that. Above all, the summary, you do $20. Congratulations for that day, and it continues. Now, all of this, this strategy I gave was simple pass. So if you want to know the meaning of that pass, that means you need to be on that group. You are not paying me anything for that training. You only need to fund your account and have access to that pass. Everyone who have access to that pass right now and have studied it should be able to find an entry. Now, listen, this pass is not only applicable to Forex. Okay, I trade so many instruments now, not only Forex, but I'm just showing you on Capital Extend, you have access to it straight away and you'll be able to trade. Now, outside all of this, and I said, when people start making money and building themselves on a daily basis, making little money, then I show you how to diversify and spread your tentacles into buying into stocks, into buying into crypto, holding the crypto. And for some of you too, who still want to trade future cryptocurrency, why not? I still have different softwares and places. So imagine I told somebody the other day, how will you feel? Because because everything today is about AI, and support system. So, and I say, how will you feel if you knew about this coin in the month of April? And this has done it because it has even gone down. And that's another thing you learn. How will you feel if you are aware about this coin when it shows a buy opportunity in the month of April? Look at it. Look at it. Okay, this was February. Okay, so how will you feel in the month of February and that this guy told us that, oh, this coin is ripe to buy. At how much? At the price of 0.01. That's 1 cent. And for the fact that it has even come down, so right now, that same thing he asked us to buy in the month of February is worth 1,487%. Now, you are trading. You make $20, you make $30, $50, and then, oh, opportunity comes, say, okay, let's buy this coin right now, right? Let's buy this coin. And that coin, you bought it since February, and you used $20. You used $20 to buy that same coin at 1 cent. That means at 1 cent that you use $20 to buy it, that's going to give you basically about, let's say, $20, all right, divided by 0.01. That's about 2,000 pieces. And now it went to 21 cents. You now say multiply by 0.21. That is $420. You heard me right? That's $420. Now, these are the strategy we put together that when you are learning or you are trading, when you make money, we show you how to spread that money into another opportunity. So imagine you're able to do that and that giving you, let's say just $300 or $400. With that, you can have more money to load back into your opportunity. That is into your trading. Now, when I say another challenge most people have is scaling. Now, scaling, that was what made us to say, okay, if you have problem in scaling, it's very simple. Today, there's what we call OPM, other people's money. And what's other people's money? We now have companies who don't know how to trade or who do not have time to trade, but looking for people who know how to trade, give them money, trade, and let's share the money. And that's what brought about what? Traders Mastery. We talk about Traders Mastery, they run promo the other time. Many of you wouldn't know. And I said, instead of stressing yourself trading to flip $100, why don't you use that $100 to buy a proprietary company? And then you pass through the challenge and you have the scale of the money, then you can do. But I'm not going to discuss this in detail now because our time is fast spent and we are off our time already. We just have a few minutes because we started at 8:10. So by 9:10, we should be off from this training. Now, so OPM, you now buy into it and make money. Congratulations to some of you who have just passed. Some persons, I'm proud of so many of you who have just passed your challenge account today. Some people passed challenge account of $50,000. Some people, but they have been grinding. Some people pass challenge account of $100,000. Some people pass challenge account of $10,000. Congratulations. Remember, our target and our goal is as you make the first withdrawal, because now that you are past your challenge, you are on the phase of whatever thing you trade, you are giving how much? You are giving, you can withdraw 80% of that. Remember, your first goal is that your first withdrawal, you now load money into your capital extent. Now, what I'm just teaching you, maybe to interest you to know that we have a platform that you ordinarily will have to pay to be part of it, which is called ACAS-X. There are many of them now. I think this is the trend of forex education and network marketing. Go and check. ACAS-X had been for a while, but there are so many platforms that have come and they ran away. Either they crash or they have problem. I think there was e-economy, Marana or Manara or something, stuff like that. Now, one of the things I'm a bit careful with some of those platforms, of course, those of us in Plan B will know that we have invested and give money to robotic platform that they were aggressive and do a lot of things. And at a point, many of us lost crazy money. And that's one of the things that can be, you find it difficult now to do any copy trading if you don't know the person who you are going to be copying. And that's why I have to say, I took it upon myself that this time around, I'm going to maximize the opportunity available in capital extent to help my community so that you can copy my trade and then we can be fine. And I think if you're able to do fast this month now, stay connected, because I'm sure, and that's what I want to beg us. I may only be having few time to push in some training for us. I may not have enough time, especially when we want to enter the month of July. Because month of July, August, September, and October, they are the very strong trading month that I probably will not have too many time to attend to people. And I really want to build that master trading account so that we can help a lot of people in the community. Now, so now you have this. For instance, if you want to be on Akas X right now, I'm sure in a year you pay about $1,000. Now, if you want to do monthly, I think you pay $150 every month. That's $149. But here you come. Only for you, register on Capital Extend, fund your account, and you have access to Felix. Very simple. You'll be on the Signal group and you have access to basic training that you can use for trading. You hear me right? Then there is another platform now called GFU. I'm sure you're paying about $275 for enrollment for first month membership. And then the subsequent month, you're going to be paying $185 to have access to their different scanners. For instance, look at it. This is Capital Extend. They have different scanners. But I want to put to you that I have some crazy scanners that once you start in private mentorship, not private mentorship, once you start with your Capital Extend registration, fund your account, guess what? There are conditions. Of course, when you come to the group, you will see you are not paying me for my scanner, but you're going to see it how you have access to those scanner that's going to help you to trade as massive as possible. Yes, you heard me right. Now I have over 15 different, personal scanner I set up and all of that you can use, all right, to trade the market. Example, look at it. Look at it here. This, of course, look at it. This is a scanner that will give me, guy, it's time for you, but of course you need somebody to interpret what is this saying? Why did you enter? All right. So I definitely show what it tells us. Look at it. Look at this. This is another scanner. And another one is here again that we use to look at the market. Either with scanner or not, I trade. Because I trade price action fully. This is another scanner. If you look at it here, sometimes when you are even confused, you can go down to a lower time frame and still be getting fantastic trade as much as possible. All right. This is another scanner. I have about 15 on a row. You hear me right? I have about 15 on a row. If I share them with you, it will amaze you, seriously, that we use to identify entry and exit point and all of that. So that's what you are going to be enjoying when you come in. And of course, we want to be doing more of this presentation on Mondays, Tuesday, and Thursday to expose you to basic things and all of that. Today is the introductory, most of the thing, to just expose you to some highlight of it. And that's why the strategy to be using to trade and the basic things you need to do and all of that you're going to be put through. So thank you very much, everyone. So you have a questions? You have just 2-3 minutes to ask that. If you have questions, please let me see your digital hands up. Do you know what? I want to commend you guys, your compulsion, all this. I just discovered that I do not even go ahead to mute anyone. That shows how mature all of you in this call are. Seriously, that was something else. That was amazing. Seriously, that was highly amazing. So at this point in time, you have a question, all right? So you can type on the comment section on the chat, or you can put up your digital hands and I will beacon on you to ask your questions, all right? So any question from anyone, right? Some of you join us thereafter, after we started, you're welcome and all of that. All right. Some of you, so I think Lagosians took the ground. Lagosians are the biggest number of people on this call tonight. Okay, somebody say, okay, how much is that in dollars? Okay, what were you trying to ask, Natani? What were you trying to ask in dollar? Okay, do you have a signals for gold? Oh, it's like you didn't hear me when I was talking. I have signal group. I trade gold. That's my best instrument. I trade gold regularly. And I think it's crazy. I'm sure some of them, if they're here, that on our group, they will tell you that before they used to be afraid of trading gold. But until later, there's some skills and logic we gave about gold. I always tell people that the easiest even instrument to trade is gold. but quite unfortunate because knowledge is one of the major things. Okay, so I trade gold and I give signals on gold on our forum. Okay, and you don't need to pay me for the signal. Once you are on Capital Extend, you fund your account and all of that. Then you want to have access to scanner. Of course, in the group, you will see the requirement of all of those things and all of that. Then, if you're on Traders Mastery and you use either my link or anybody in our ecosystem link, you are part of the people that will have access to the signal. Does that make sense? All right. Hon Sonny. Okay, that's Honorable Sunday. Hon Sonny. Okay, go ahead. So if you have testimony, give to encourage people because a lot of people think that the only thing that they can make money in is Ponzi scheme. So, Honorable Sunday, you can unmute yourself and ask your question. And if it's contribution, you can go ahead.
Yeah. Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
Yeah, first of all, I want to ask a question. My question is like concerning the copy trading.
Yes.
I believe there is a system. You have already made system for it. Like how the RIO in a month, what's going to be the target per month?
Okay. If you are saying ROI, you can only work within a range. So there's no specific target. You can work on a range, maybe average of, I think we're looking average of, please let me correct one impression. It's not an investment scheme. I'm only lessening out my, because I'm not running any investment scheme, because that's one of the biggest issues people have today. So we're only working on within from 8 to 25%, possibly. I don't want to go on unnecessary pressure because I don't trade regularly. I don't trade every day. And if my setup does not come to me, I don't take trade. So working within 8 to 25%, but you now need to know it's not an ROI. We are growing account. Okay? Because that's one of the biggest issues with for instance, Ponzi scheme and all of that. Let me use an example. I think there's somebody I told him to copy an account on crypto trading on Bybit. And I'm sure because he does not understand investment and he copied a particular guy. Now, I'm sure the day he copied, in 3 months, the guy only traded twice in 3 good months. But now let me make you to laugh. In that 2 trades, beat all the people that have been trading the whole month. So, because when you talk about investment, that's how I want people to understand. It's an investment, and that, and again, I said people can partition instead of looking at every month. This month I'm going to be making 10%. There is no that sure guarantee of how many percent. So, but we're looking at from 8% to 25% in the month, possibly.
Okay, thank you, sir. Another thing I want to say is that I want to also especially thank you for what you have been doing. It has been really awesome since I joined less than 2 months ago. Before I used to be very afraid to even trade gold. Well, when I see gold, I run. But right now, I can tell you that the only thing I care about is gold. I don't even trade any other. I don't even trade any other instrument. I don't pay attention to any other instrument right now. Due to the fact that I've gone through your training, I've learned and practice all those things. I'm able to put all those things into practice and I'm seeing results. Thanks, and I really, I don't even know how to thank you enough. And right now, I passed my challenge. I'm funded. I'm so happy.
Congratulations. I'm so happy for you. Less than 2 months. Yeah, now I must commend your effort, Honorable Sonny. Now, the truth is this, and that's what I will tell everybody, please. The truth of it, I remember the first time. Okay, are you still saying something?
No, sir, no, sir.
Okay, I remember the first time when he chatted with me, sir, do you trade currency and all of that? I said, yeah. But I told him something, I said, and when we chat a while, and I said, your spirit is ready to learn and you will go far. I said, because when you have a teachable spirit, it's very easy for you to go far. Now, and this is why I'm putting all of this. I'm putting so much energy, right? And I must be very candid with you. Sometime I was telling some persons, I said, I don't know why people don't see far. And if I'll share something with you guys about trading. Now, what people call trading is not trading, it's gambling. Now, and I said, I look at his spirit, he was so, I say, you know, the way you are ready to learn, you are going to go far. Now, it looks so difficult. There are some persons, we're not mocking them, there are some persons that will tell you that they have been trading forex for the past 20 years. And you actually cannot see the reflection, even in their persons. I'm not talking about the money they make. Because if you have been trading and you are really disciplined, following instruction, there's a character you display even when you get to trade. Now, let me share something with you guys while we wrap up. If you have any question, please quickly ask and just want to share something with us while we wrap up, okay? So the spirit he carries from the beginning made me to tell him that you are going to go far. And then guess what? Now, this is top 10 most successful forex traders in the world. There's something they share in common. Now, this is George Soros. Look at what they say. George Soros, often referred to as the man who broke the Bank of England, is an iconic figure in the world of forex trading. His net worth, estimated around $8 billion, reflect not only the financial success, but also the enduring influence on global markets. Now, there's something say trading triumph. Look at it. Soros' most famous trade occurred on September 16, 1992, a day forever known as Black Wednesday. He took a massive short position against the British pound, believing it was overvalued with the European exchange rate mechanisms, ERM. When the British government was forced to exit the ERM due to financial pressure, the pound's value plummeted. Soros' trade earned him an astonishing $1 billion in a single day. In profit a single day. Now, trading philosophy, look at his philosophy. Soros is known for his focus on macroeconomy analysis and understanding the broader forces that move financial market. He believes in the flexibility of market, where investor sentiment can influence economic fundamentals. Soros' philosophy emphasizes the importance of staying adaptive, challenging conventional wisdom as managing risk effectively. Now, if you look at it, it was not trading every day. Now, this is a macro trading. If we check this guy philosophy too, is similar to George Soros. Gained widespread recognition for his short position during the 1987 stock market crash, also known as Black Monday. Now, look at this. Jones placed significant emphasis on risk management, which he considers the most crucial aspect of trading. He believes in preserving capital and avoiding large losses. Jones also employed trend following strategy, aiming to capitalize on market momentum. If you look at this person, when the market is choppy, he may not trade. Now, another person is this person whose philosophy too is similar. Good. Now, his philosophy is similar. Trading philosophy emphasizes risk management as the cornerstone of success. He advised traders to exercise caution and avoid excessive risk taking. Additionally, this guy highlights the importance of patience, suggesting that traders should refrain from trading when market conditions are unclear or unfavorable. This guy again, Stanley is the same philosophy. All right, look at what he says again. The importance of risk management and capital preservation. He advocates for setting clear stop loss orders to limit potential losses and all of that. The next person again, the philosophy is still the same. Strong emphasis on mentorship and learning from experienced traders. He attributes much of his success to the guidance he received from Ed Sawyer, whatever. There's another lady, come on, the lady in the bird. Now, another lady, which is another crazy stuff, and it's talk about what trading and his background in finance and investment, and his philosophy too. He talks so much about risk management and all of that. Now, why am I talking about this? When you listen to some persons, they're going to throw you into the fire. because they tell you, oh, I've got Lambo and all of that. Look at what he said. Look at what this lady said. It's an approach to trading revolves around the concept of clarity and simplicity. That's the conclusion of the matter. And that's why I tell people, I say, I trade simple, primitive, but profitable trading strategy. Does that make sense? So, ladies and gentlemen, this is what it is. And that's why I've been counseling and advising everybody, don't be too in a haste. Yes, success requires speed, but you should know what you are doing per time. If you don't know what you are doing per time, you're going to be roving around over and again and no productive outcome of it. All right? This is wonderful. Till next week again, Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday. It's going to be continuous because we're going to be back-to-back activities Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday, 8 p.m. Nigeria local time. Of course, our Sunday market update is 8:30 p.m. You want to be part of it? Why not? Take advantage of it. So thank you very much, everyone. I think this is the last question we've taken. And oh, okay, somebody is asking, when we are profitable with copy trading, can we withdraw money? You can even stop. You can disconnect. That's the advantage of copy trading. And this is not, you are not giving your money to Felix. You're only linking your account to Felix. So Felix does not have any power over your money. It's your money, and you can even disconnect. Maybe you are trading with Felix and it's not profitable. You can stop it and then say, get out, Felix. That's the lovely thing. Okay, so I said, please, how can we join your platform to build our account with Gold Signal? Okay, maybe you are not, are you this person Solo Cool? Solo Cool, maybe you are not on our platform, right? If you are not on our platform, maybe after now, you can chat up with me. Let me give you a number. You can chat up. You can copy this number, 090, or whoever invited you should be able to direct you. So if you chat with this number plus 090 470 44998, that's a WhatsApp number. Chat with it so that you can be added to a general group, and then you can be instructed of how to join the Signal group and all of that. You are not paying for it, but there are requirements you need to meet up with, and that's all. All right? I'm sure we're good, everyone. Thank you very much for coming tonight. And I'm sure it's amazing it's worth your outing. And at least your 1 hour was not a wasted one, if you believe me, right? And so let's take action. And all of that. You just had Honorable Sonny, what he was saying. To be very candid, it's not a hype. It was the reality. It's not up to 3 months now why we get connected. And I so much love his spirit, commitment, discipline, and keep learning day by day. I tell people, I say I'm a life student when it comes to anything financial market. So how much more? All right, do have a nice time, everybody. Enjoy your night. And bye for now. Thank you.